Hey guys, Mantis here. We're going to be going over a game that I just played around Gold 1 ELO, some Platinum 4s, Platinum 4, P3, P3, Platinum 4. We won it. We didn't do so well in lane, but we can still win games through macro decisions. And I just want to go over some macro decisions I made this game. Hopefully it can help you get better at the game. And let's just get started. So at first, it's the first game of the day, so I'm going to be warming up. We're just going to be skipping ahead here. I just want to outline that I do warm up when I play, before I play, and you should too, because it gives you an edge. So now, moving forward, let's get straight into the game. Let's see if we can see champ select real quickly here. Should be around here. Yeah, I was kind of distracted watching a video, of course, but I did pick Ezreal. And their comp is Viego. Viego. There, that was a good picture. Viego, Yon, Zedge, and 4 ADs, Zera support, and I'm playing Ezreal with the Senna. Most of these lanes that you play when you play Ezreal, you're gonna be facing a lot of poke, and you're gonna have to dodge a lot of skill shots, and then using your arcane shift when things get a little bit dicey. But most of the time, early, it's going to be pretty hard to trade because the range advantage and just simply don't have enough damage, right? So now let's just get the game started. Leash. And sometimes it's going to be tough when you play Ezreal. Like, these lanes, it's just, they poke a lot. It's tough. It gets tough. And if you don't trade properly, probably won't win. Like, starting tier as well really reduces your early game damage. So it's kind of even harder to win when you get like a tier or you start a call. And as you can see right away, level 1, these guys are pushing the lane in, using the spells appropriately to poke me down. They hit level 2, I back up, out of vision, come back in, get that CS. But yeah, right away you can tell. Kindred is going top side, so we're not going to get any help anytime soon. And I'm going to be farming on the turret. So yeah, I went for a trade there just because honestly, that was kind of a limit test. I don't suggest you trading like this. I suggest you just going for the farm here. But I really wanted to. I'm still learning Ezreal and I'm just practicing. So I don't suggest doing this play here. I suggest really just focus on those 2 minions right there. It's a much better play for the long run if you're trying to climb. But if you're trying to experiment and learn, it's better to go for that trade just so you know your damage. It's just two different trains of thoughts right there. But as you can see, the damage I took earlier is now piling up. And if they land any other spells on me, I could be in kill range. We get the little scoop on, the little stun on Xerath, but then the wave is too big, right? So even though the stun was nice by the Senna, then snare, going for this trade, we ultimately come out behind because of the minion wave. It's something to keep in mind. Like, sometimes your supports aren't going to be playing perfect, and yeah, she had a flash out of there because that trade was just pretty bad. But I like to follow up with my teammates. It's just it wasn't a good play, to be honest. Going for this trade here is just not that good of a trade, but we're learning, right? And we will keep learning. That's the whole point of this, right? Anyways, so now I'm super low HP. I have no potions, and all that early game trading that I was doing is now coming into. It's just like it all builds up, right? Now the cup is full, and it's ready to be spilt, right? So the enemies just need to capitalize on our mistakes. So we get a kill middle. Kindred shows top. So what does that mean? That means that the jungler will be on Crab, or will go top lane. Since Kindred just got the kill top lane, I assume that he will not be going top side. Instead, he'll be going bot side. So I got poked, I ward, and I leave. Why? Because I feel like I'm going to get dove by the Viego if I stay. And if I stay, I'm going to die. Okay, so if she dies, that's fine. Let her die. Who cares? right? As long as you're alive, it's all good, right? So I had 600, not enough for Shane, so I just elect to buy refillable potion and a longsword. Yeah, it's a shitty buy. We officially have lost lane. A higher ELO, this will get punished super duper hard. But since we're at gold 1, platinum 4 ELO, this will not get punished as hard. But you just have to know that taking those early game trades like I was doing when you do the mana, the tier of the goddess start, you're not going to be having a fun time in some of these lanes, right? Especially those poke lanes, those lanes that can change CC you and just kill you outright if you get caught. So moving ahead here, more of the same for me. I'm trying to farm, trying to, get secure gold. But at the same time, like if there's a trade, right, like I wanna go for it, right? But as you can see, my damage just isn't there, right? And I shouldn't be trading. I feel like this trade is a little bit better, but like I don't have my W, so I can't fully get my damage off. And I missed my W here. Just something to think about, like perhaps this trade wasn't that good. Maybe I should just poke from a distance with my Q and not E in. But this is just execution, and this can easily be fixed by reviewing it and then just learning from your mistakes, right? So as you can see, it's just once your E's on cooldown, it's so much easier for them to land their CC, and it puts you at a disadvantage. Definitely not the best type of trades that I've been doing this game. But yeah, this is how you start to lose lane, right? You take bad trades, you have to go back early, and then they gain a CS advantage on you, and now you're just stuck, right? You can't trade them. You can't only trade them because they have better items than you. So you just have to farm safely, right? But then this kind of stuff happens when they just start bullying you on the turret, right? And yeah, you definitely don't want to be low HP under turret, right? So here, what Senna is doing is she's autoing the minions. Like you see that, right? But what she's doing is she's denying me gold because she fucks up my CSing patterns, and I'm not a good enough player to correct her mistake. So ultimately, I miss a big portion of that wave, and I just have to leave again, right? It's just more or less the same thing where there's no reason to stay. It's just ridiculous to stay. I'm too low, and I feel like my support isn't really playing that well either. So I'm gonna be backing here, making sure they don't get the free kill on me. But I just pressed tab. That you can see that 53 to 32. So it's a 20 CS. Each wave is 6, 6, 12, 18. So that's 3 waves probably plus the cannon. So that's 3 waves plus the cannon. I've lost lane. Simply put, I lost lane. So how do we come back from this, right? How do we win this game, right? Obviously, you need another lane to win. If you're losing lane, mid lane losing, top lane losing, jungle fucking doesn't care, he's tilted. This is never gonna happen. You're not gonna win any games. But sometimes your mid lane does win, and maybe your top loses, but you still have a hope and a prayer to win. So I'm not gonna give up, right? Obviously, you know me. I don't like to give up. Skipping ahead here, farming. I'm not trying to push too far. I just feel like we don't have any advantage in this lane. Senna's roaming, so here. I'm gonna not skip ahead here and just watch this play develop. So I'm alone. I don't know where Xerath is. We see Viego in a short little bit here. I ping missing on the Xerath. Boom. So let's just take out the ink app real quick. Sorry about that. I should have that ready. Okay, it disappeared on me. Perfect. Okay. So we see Viego on the minimap. Xerath is missing. Where is Xerath? I can only assume that Xerath takes the correct route to make this a 3v2. Once he makes this a 3v2, it equals W for them, right? So I'm just going to ping Mia, probably ping back a couple times here because it's not a good fight. And notice my Senna's positioning. she's in walking towards lane right now, so she won't be able to assist that 3v2 that's about to develop, right? So it's a matter of playing safer and making sure that your teammates know, like, the guys don't fucking go, right? Zerath, I keep pinging Zerath, right? Like, even though I'm not typing, I'm pinging, right? Zerath is alive, Zerath is alive, ping Mia, Zerath alive. I'm constantly pinging, ping. Okay, so as soon as we see Zerath, I stop pinging Zerath, and I just let that play develop. Make it, and now it's a 3v2 for them. But I think a portion of the reasoning why we were able to come out ahead there, I had a flash there, is because my pings, right? I'm trying to actively communicate with my team and be proactive about it. And here it's just a matter of playing safe. Don't go too far up. You know, farm if you can. But I get caught out, right? My E here doesn't go over the wall. In fact, I wasn't even trying to go over the wall with my E. I was just trying to dodge that Jin W. But yeah, if they Jin W, Xerath stun, combo, I'm dead, right? So I can't do anything about that. So I just have to farm from this distance and not get upset that Senna just roamed, right? Some players will be like, oh, where's my support? Where's my support? Your support just literally got a 3v2 and we came out ahead because of it. So, like, don't be that player who's like, me all day long, right? Because that's not how you're supposed to do it. So now that my ulti's up, I'm feeling a little bit more confident. Senna has an ulti as well. I know that Zerath's in that bush chilling. And maybe if I throw a Q, I can hit him. Okay, nope. And it's funny because, like, he's in this bush, but he's not using any spells. Okay, boom, there he is. He shows, right? I have that minion to block the Xerath stun. I throw my ultimate on the Senna, ensnare, and easy, right? So, like, just look at it again. Just like champion knowledge, champion mastery, it starts building up, right? Before, maybe perhaps I fumble this, but I know that Xerath cannot stun me if I'm behind there, and as soon as that ensnare comes off, I throw my ultimate to combo, and it's seemingly free, right? But we know that Xerath is a weak champion, health-wise and armor-wise. He's not a tank. He's a poke mage. So it's easy to capitalize when he's overstepping his grounds. Now top lane, I think they get killed here. Can't really get upset at that. Can't do anything about that either. Just be happy that you're able to get a kill. So yeah, we got a little bit of a kickback, but now we have to stop our backs because of the Xerath ultimate. Therefore, it allows them to get plates, even more gold on us. So even though we got that one kill, we're still down CS, and they're about to get a few plates on us. Now this is a decision that at higher ELO, I'll probably stay in this lane and try to protect my plates because I know my jungler will come and help me, right? But because I'm in gold 1 / P4 ELO, I'm just gonna back because I feel like my teammates, they're not gonna help me, you know, let's be honest, man. So I'm just gonna back here, let them get the gold, right? Like, as long as I'm alive, as long as I come back to lane, if, like, pretty quickly. I'm not playing efficiently, but sometimes in lower ELO, it's okay to sacrifice the efficiency because you come out ahead. So here I'm like spam ping, like, it's so obvious what you need to do, right? You need to go to this lane and hold the lane so they don't get the turrets, right? So I start pinging them, ping. She doesn't even move, right? She just finishes her camp, takes her time, and then goes to lane, right? But by the time she goes to lane, maybe we lost half a plate, but I don't know. It's just, why did Jin back? He should have just kept pushing, honestly. Jin made a mistake there by not pushing. He wanted to match his back with my back, and sometimes you see that with, like, lower elo players, that they copy what you do. Like, if you push the lane, they'll push the lane. If you don't push, they won't push. If you back, they back. It's a reactionary play. So yeah, you're gonna see that. So I guess that's what he did there. So lucky for me, Kindred kind of did defend, but it could have been done a lot better. And it's kind of tilting seeing players let turrets fall for free, junglers especially. But I don't know, even I played League for like 4 or 5 years and I didn't defend my turrets as a jungler. So how do I expect these guys to do that? It's almost impossible to expect that. It's a nice little poke here. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I know that we can bully this Zerath guy. Kindred locks on the Drake, but you know we get ganked in the meantime. She has to pull off the Drake, and it's just like a low ELO play where you start the Drake seemingly randomly. It's like, oh, I don't know what to do. My camps aren't up. I'm too scared to enter the enemy jungle, so I'm gonna just start Drake. Yeah, it's just one of it's like, why don't you just, go in, check your mark, go in ward, and then you'll meet the Viego, and then this play will be easier, right? But we're focusing on us, right? So we go for the play. Senna lands her in snare is really nice, and Jin flashes, and now it's a matter of just getting out, right? I really don't think I live here, so I'm gonna try to play the vision. So as you can see, like during this play, just want to outline that I dropped the pink ward in this bush, right there. So as soon as I realize that Viego is trying to kill me, I drop a pink in this bush, and the reasoning why is because it denies vision. If there's a ward in here, they can see me. But if there's a pink ward in here, they cannot see me. Right? So it makes it harder for Viego to make a decision on what to do. And sometimes players, they don't have, I think it's a word here, I think it's objective permanence. Yeah. So the understanding that objects continue to exist even when they cannot be sensed, right? So as soon like a players like people actually have this, it's for babies, right? But like the reality is like when you're playing League, some players actually have this. They don't have the object permanence, right? So as soon as I drop that pink ward, what does Viego do? He goes on Senna. Why? Because he, like the free kill for him disappears, right? He's like, oh, might as well go for the Senna now. Maybe he thought he could just kill us both in the meantime, right? Who knows? Either way, I play division, go in the bush. As soon as I go in the bush, I E towards the fog of war so I can escape Q, but I die, right? Yeah, I could have E towards Kindred, but honestly, I didn't even know where Kindred was. I wasn't really paying attention to Kindred's position this entire time. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like these teammates, they're not even gonna help me, even if I go towards them. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, we tried our best to outplay with vision. It didn't really work. Maybe I could have not went for that Q and just continued running. Either way, it's not a good look. We died. Nothing to get upset about. I'm 20 CS down. Remember that, right? So we're 2 plates down and 20 CS down. And Viego is beating our jungle. Malphite is losing to Yone, but Ahri is 4-0. So we have 1 winning lane, 2 losing lanes, and losing jungle, right? But is this game over? Absolutely not, right? So here Viego, so we come back to lane. I E forward because I wanted to bait them a little bit because I saw Kindred coming down. So now I know, like, you can, like, I don't know, after a while you start reading these players, right? So he puts down the rift, and it's such a common play for a jungler to put the rift down and then go for the Drake, right? Why? Because he knows that as soon as that rift starts marching down, we will go to defend the rift, and if our eyes and resources are on this rift, then the Drake is free, right? It's just like, it's just common. You should know this, right? If you don't know this now, you know. So immediately I ping the Drake. Why? Because I know this, right? I already know what he's gonna do, right? So it's obvious. Obviously, I know what we need to do, but for some reason, like, I'm just like hard stuck here. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I literally couldn't move my character. Okay, so I get ensnared. I get stunned, and I get comboed, right? Like, this is like the dream for them, right? Like, I'm trying to avoid this situation almost the entire lane phase, and I finally hit, right? So like, as you can see my mouse, like, I'm literally like spam clicking this way. You can see it, right? Click, 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 click. I'm not moving. My character is literally not moving, and it's just like the nature of their comp, right? Or duel. It's the nature of the duel, right? I died, and my teammates kind of make a play on Drake, which is nice. But, you know, it really sucks dying here. You really never want to be dying here. But, like, these guys are trying to do too much, right? They're trying to push the Rift in. They're trying to take Drake at the same time. I don't know. Someone once told me you can't have your cake and eat it too, and this is one of those moments, right? These guys try to do so much, right? They try to take the turret, try to take Drake. They kind of fucked up, right? Their macro wasn't that good. And then soon the macro plays will start happening, right? So just skipping on ahead here. Push the wave in at back. I don't have the safety of my turret. There's no reason to stay here. I don't want to get killed. You'll see the enemy ADC alone, and they'll drone out for him. So I see Viego leaving. Now his spell's on cooldown. I probably should have stayed, but I really wanted to get my Mana Moon. I think it's pretty important to get it. Now this is a macro decision here, right? We have 4 of my teammates middle. Malphite's ult is about to come up. Ahri is about half HP, but we have Kindred ult and Sen ult. And it seems like there's a play about to develop middle by the way that these guys are moving, right? So I can either go middle and make a 5-man ARAM, or I can go bottom and take the turret, right? So how do you come up with a solution here? Like, what do you do here, right? Like, what's the mindset here, right? So, well, first of all, you have to look and see who's on low resources, right? So I see Ahri, the main carry. She doesn't have ultimate. She's half HP, and she definitely has no mana. So trying to force a fight here is pretty bad. Seeing that I'm behind as well. Now I keep looking. I keep looking. It doesn't seem like Yone's top. Okay, so I'm gonna just, you know, continue staying bottom. I alt top to push the wave in. I could have saved my ultimate here for sure. I secured 1 CS there, and the enemies, I don't know, they start like throwing middle. But this is like a macro decision, right? The reason why I didn't go middle because I didn't see the play there. Like, I felt like by the time I got there, the play would have been done and I would have been wasting my time. And it's much better to take these tier, like, I get a solo wave and I get a tier 1 turret potentially, and that's my mindset, right? Why would I go middle when I'm clearly looking at the plays middle and I can see that my main carry doesn't have anything, right? The Ahri, so it's like forcing there is pretty bad. So now it's like, okay, ward, just in case, you know, they might be coming back soon. I'm gonna go for the wave first because I know that the minions give me gold and I won't be able to take down a turret quick enough. So here I have to play very, very safe because I have no turret and I know that I could die to a gank or anything like that, so I just back up, right? A ward right there to see if anyone walks down lane. I see Zed getting caught, typical gold player, platinum player getting caught out alone. So I just wait, right? We start the rift, I channel my back, I see Viego, I stay. I stay because I know that their eyes are in rift and I need to secure gold, right? I can't just back it in that spot. I ping the Mia on Jin. So Jin looks at middle and he's like, oh, I can make a play middle if I go. And he just sprints, right? Like he leaves his post, right? He was supposed to be defending bottom, right? But instead he saw them fighting middle, and he's like, oh, I can just go middle here and pick up some kills. But by the time he got there, it's a little bit too late. And that's what you really want to avoid. You want to avoid wasting time, especially as ADC, right? Because you just want to get that gold, right? Boom, 250 right there for me, right? Just because Jin left his post. And this is what's gonna get me back into the game, right? These macro decisions. So I'm out of mana. I don't see Viego. I don't see what was that? Nah, sometimes that happens, right? Fuck it, who cares, right? Don't have enough for my mythic, but I know dragon spawning soon, so I should just go. So now the macro decision to go middle is way more better, right? Because that dragon's about to spawn. Ari's full HP. Zed just took a chunk. And I'm not gonna go to Yone by myself bot lane right now. It's not a good idea. It's better to play for this Drake and play with your team here, right? So before it was better to push that lane in, but now that the objective is up and Ari's full resources, way better to go for this, right? And boom, we do get the kill on one of them, which is nice. But a little bit of a clown fiesta. We don't have Malphite there. But we do, because he teleports, but he has no ultimate. So there's nothing Malphite can do other than walk up and press Q. Maybe E, if he's lucky. But I'm like, honestly, I'm not even going to go overextend and die for him, right? I'm just going to push this wave in. And perhaps maybe we can take this Drake. But I know this Drake is probably gone, right? Like, just how am I supposed to get this Drake, right? I can't even walk up. There's Yone and Xerath zoning. And then I see Yone, he has his thing charged up. So I press E, so they go on Kindred. And then now that I know Yone's E's on cooldown, it's just an easy kill with the Malphite ult, right? So that's like positioning right there. And here I try to flash WQ on the Xerath. I don't think that ever kills, but with my ultimate coming right up, there's a world where that kills. So now that I ultimate to deter them from coming down the ramp. And I'm just trying to proper position here. Like, I'm not going to be face tanking, I'm playing ADC, right? And here, this is like a really weird spot. That if I had voice comms, this spot would have been so much easier. But like, Viego's like, he was in kill range, right? And everyone just leaves, right? Like, and then we take a fight after I die. But then these guys don't want to fight, so they just leave. And then they come back up. And then they leave, and then they come back up, and then they leave, and then they channel it back, and then they come back up, and then they ult late, and then they come back now. You know, it's just like, what the fuck are these guys doing? Like, honestly, like, what the fuck was that, man? But then again, what the fuck was this, right? But like, if you're gonna land the snare, right, you're just like, you know, let's get that fucking kill, right? Let's kill that guy instantly, pop him, right? But I don't know, we don't have voice comms. I fucking made an egregious play. And then my teammates, they kind of troll a little bit. But, like, you can't get mad at these spots, right? These are the spots where if you get mad at these spots, upset at these spots, you're never going to climb, right? You just have to bite the bullet. Like, I was upset, but I'm not upset enough to, like, you know, tilt out of the game or try to fucking troll. Like, I even typed ZZZZZ because Senna was like, mouth spam ping me to back, so I back. It's whatever, right? It's all good at the end of the day. We're up kills. I'm behind, but like, you know, I know we can still win this. So now this is an important spot right here where all the enemies are missing. And I know that if I walk up, they're going to gank me, right? So I just have to play safe, right? So I'm sacrificing the minion wave here. Perhaps Q from the invisible bush. Maybe auto that. Nope. Maybe Q that. Nope. But yeah, boom. As soon as I walk up, there you see Xerath, they're all shouting at ultimate. Maybe I can get some damage off, maybe not. But now I feel a little bit more comfortable walking up, definitely. Because my teammates just zoned them off, right? And then Yone showed bottom, so I know that Yone won't be here. I don't know where Xerath is, but I don't know. It really feels like Jin is alone right now, in my opinion, right? So I'm just gonna farm the wave, play a little bit safe, look here for the like a ward or something. I see no wards. Get the juice. E over the wall, look for wards. Because Jin used the blue trinket. I just wanted to know where it was, right? But I'm not sure where it was. I think it was already cleared. But yeah, so back to the same old, right? I'm just farming the wave, holding the turret. 900 gold waiting for my mythic, right? Like, I'm behind, but I need to catch up, right? So they fight middle. There's nothing you can do there, right? Just wait a little bit. Really. Okay, so this is a macro decision. This is another big macro decision here. So they die middle. So what's more important? Holding tier 1 top or holding tier 1 middle? Okay, so top versus middle turret. Tier 1 turret, right? So in League of Legends, when the tier 1 middle turret falls, it opens up a big portion of the map and it allows the enemies to start playing aggressively into you. When you lose tier 1 top, it allows a portion of the map to be opened, but 90% of the time, like 90% of the time, low elo players don't know what to do when the tier 1 turret is gone top lane. They just don't. They don't feel comfortable walking up. They don't feel comfortable walking to the gromp. They don't ward. And ultimately, when this is gone, they don't take advantage of it. So, what do? I go middle. Because it's just the better play. It's just the better macro play to hold this middle. I even ping it. Maybe Senna comes through, helps me. Yeah, so I go boom. Ultimate the wave. Don't let these guys get this tier 1 turret for free. Ever, 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 ever. Now, there was a kill opportunity there. But, I don't know. I was kind of a little bit scared, to be honest. Now, I know that my teammates are playing a little bit aggressively here. We lose the tier 1 turret top. But I'm just going to hold this, right? So that's a big macro play that you guys need to understand. What's more important in those situations, right? Blue trinket by blue buff. I assume that that blue trinket on the blue buff will be there for the rest of the game. But we'll see. So I back here at my Triforce. I ping Senna to stay. She doesn't stay because she wants to match my back. It's just fine because Malphite defends middle. So now I directly go back to middle because I'm not letting this turret fall. I ping Drake because I know it's spawning soon. We need vision, right? I need vision. I'm spam pinging it. Malphite spam pings the Jhin. He flash ultimates, but like I don't know, man. Like I wasn't expecting him to play like that. Dragon's about to spawn. He needs to be ulting around Ahri. Now we don't have Malphite ult for the dragon fight. We catch the Zed a little bit, which is nice. I got the kill on him with the Q. But it's kind of like a little bit of Fiesta now. Couldn't manage to get us all. We don't kill the ward. I know we do kill the ward. Watch for the Ahri charm. Positioning, right? Don't play too far up. Don't E forward when it's a bad move. And there's really just not much we can do in this spot, right? So I thought there was a ward in that bush still, so I went to clear it. Zeref drops another one. I could have maybe killed Zeref there if I landed my combo properly. I'm not sure though. I'm still playing for this. I'm getting a little bit too greedy to be honest. Like Ahri's dead, our main carry. We don't need to be there, right? We just need to back up. But like look how low they're getting, right? Like if I had a little bit more execution on this champion, I probably would have came out ahead there. But I'm still learning, it's fine. Get the juice. It's funny because Senna wouldn't have got that juice unless I hit it, right? She wouldn't have hit it herself. But that, like, I don't know, it's funny to me, but it's whatever. No, our tier 1 mid is still up. Ari, our main carry, comes middle, am I gonna dual Q middle with her? No. I'm gonna go find my own wave to farm because I want that solo EXP and that solo gold, right? I'm not gonna split EXP with our carry. It's like putting her down, right? In gold. When there's other lanes I can go to. So it's obviously I can't step up too far up there. There's no vision, and I'm probably gonna die if I just go. So I alt this wave, deal damage to the Grump at the same time. I probably E over in Q. I elect to ward the Baron because it's not warded. Ari's backing. We don't see any of them on the map. It's kind of like a lull in the play. So I ping Yone, right? Because like look how far up he is. He's super out of position, playing super aggressively. This should be punished most of the time, right? So that's why I pinged it. I know what happens is that we do punish him, and I go directly middle of the hold. And then this is just like a terrible platinum play where Malphite teleports to Baron, and then I type Yodi land. So what I typed there was an insult. I was flaming him, and I don't suggest you guys do that. But this is just such a bad play. The enemy has their smite up. There's only one dead. We kill Zed. Okay, the chances of us winning this increases now, but we still need wards, right? So I ping for the wards, ping for the wards. We get one, and oh, we lose the burger flip. But only two of them have Baron. Immediately I go top to push the lane in, right? So instead of chasing, so this is important, right? Instead of chasing those two guys with Baron into the jungle and maybe not even get a kill, maybe one assist or whatever, I go for the guaranteed play, right? I get gold here. I really don't like chasing. I don't think it's a smart play. So this is like another macro play here, where it's just better to go for the turret, right? Let your teammates chase, let them die if they want, but if we can get this turret, it's really good for us, right? Boom, and we do get the turret. I see Kindred. She's kind of body blocking for me. So I'll take that. Why not? If you want to die for me, you can die for me. I would have left earlier if Kindred didn't show. And that's the truth. Walking away, I see that blue trinket that Jin placed earlier. Obviously, I'm going to take that. So yeah, I've got the tier 1 turret top, tier 1 turret bottom. Things are looking really good. Oh, I see that we need to defend middle, but I also see Yone pushing top. What's more important to me? The tier 1 middle. So I'm going to alt. Now there's a chance. Oh, fuck. How much did I skip? Okay, yeah, perfect. So there's a chance here that Zed all-ins me, but I'm playing Ezreal, right? So it's like I have more confidence. And there, he all-ins me. I press E. Try to dodge to the best of my ability. And bada bing, bada boom, I get out. Fine on the turrets, because Zed couldn't land his spells on me. Arcane Shift is a good spell. So I go hold top. Hit that for the vision. Malphite pings on the way. You know what? Fine. You want the lane, you can have the lane. I'm not greedy. So I buy some items. I know Dragon spawning soon, so we need to get some vision. But they also have Baron buff and they're pushing middle. So this play gets a little bit tough. Because we should be pushing the wave in. And then looking for the Baron play. Dragon play. Here I go for the pick. I see Buddy there. I'm playing a little bit aggressively here. I might have to flash. Yeah, I do. So Ari goes for the pick on Jin solo. Doesn't work out. I try to EQ the Xerath. Doesn't work out. I have to flash. And then, as you can see, we're not really working as a team. We're just trying to go for like solo plays. Like the last dragon fight, Malphite flash alter the Jin. This dragon fight, Ari ints for the Jin. And there's no reason to play for this Drake, right? It's a 5v4. And the chances of us coming ahead is very, very low. So I just stay on the wave, right? I hold to the best of my ability. I was going to blue trinket deeper, but I know it's just going to get cleared. trade this guy a little bit. Alt the wave so they can't push it in. And it's relatively like staying calm, right? Don't get upset. Senna says I feel like we're playing solo, and then I type we're strong, but Ari and Malf find it hard to work together to combo. Malf flash in Jin solo, then Ari goes to tier 2 solo before Drake. All the same thing. I didn't type that. I just like, why do I have to type that, right? I don't, right? But I'm very frustrated that we're not working together as a team. We just need a combo and we'll win, right? Skipping ahead here, I pushed the wave in bottom. I farmed the rocks. Take the little guys. I have enough for item now. I have enough for item, but if I back, my teammates will die. Like, you see this situation a lot in solo queue, lower ELO, that the player is like, ooh, I have 1400. I'm gonna just base right here. So he goes here, he bases, and then these guys are like playing the Rengar theme, and they're like on the hunt, right? Dun 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 dun. And then you're at base, you're twiddling your fucking thumbs, you buy your item. By the time you're halfway back to lane, these 3 guys are all the way up here and they're dead. And then they start spam pinging you. Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? And they're like, I had an item, retard. But like, so you don't want to be in that situation, right? So instead of backing, getting my item, I'm just gonna stay, yo. I'm gonna let the play develop. If nothing happens, I'll just shortly back, and then boom, homeboy gets caught out alone. We get the pick, right? Perfect. Malphite ultimates by himself, 1v2. This is what I'm talking about. These guys are making me rage a little bit, right? Now I E forward because I feel like they don't have any power to kill us, which is nice. And here I see the TP should be honestly relatively free, right? We have Kindred all, we have Ari. Where's Kindred? Okay, well, I guess she doesn't want to help me, right? What's Ari doing? I guess she doesn't want to help me either, right? Hey, get used to it, right? Get fucking used to it. You just can't get upset over these things, right? Senna's not blocking bullets. Like, I type, please work together, guys. What I want to type is like, fuck you guys. But I can't type that. So I pushed the wave in bottom with my ultimate. I don't know what happens. Like, this wave should have got pushed way better by me. And then I go middle, right? Directly middle. I know that if I show bottom, they'll take Baron, right? Macro play. It's 33 minutes. You respawn. Bot lane's getting pushed in. Macro. If you go bottom at this time, 33 minutes, you will lose Baron. 80% of the time. I just made that number up. But a good portion of the time, Baron's gone, right? Because they're like, oh, look at Ezreal bottom. It's a free Baron. So what do? I ultimate the wave, and I go directly middle. And that's because I know that these guys... And then I look, I'm like, what the hell? How's the cannon full HP? Well, the reality is the wave just came, right? The next wave just came. Here I pink ward this, so they... abusing the fog a little bit. I get hit by the Xerath Q. I thought Ari was going to charm Viego there. I think that would have been a kill. She gets stunned by Xerath, and you can see that their poke is really strong. And then Yone can E over the wall there, and it could be potentially really bad. So I'm just going to fall back a little bit, farm the wave. Sorry for skipping ahead there. Now, this is a spot where it's like, it's okay to be 3 middle. Ultimate bottom again. And the reason why is because if I go anywhere else, we lose Baron, right? And if I go top, we lose middle, and I really don't want to lose top, right? So I E forward, we get the kill on homie. I think I heal preemptively. I flash E to get away from the Yone. I misposition a little bit here, for sure. Trying to greed for the Xerath. And I could have reacted to the Yone a little bit better. but we're still we're learning, right? And then Malphite comes from the side and ultimates when like the play is pretty much over for us. Let's wait for it. Again, let's see, working together. Like, why are you ulting by yourself when I'm at like 10% HP? Ari doesn't really have ultimate. Senna's pretty low, and she doesn't have her ult either. It's whatever, right? We get the kill. So with 3 of them down, it's better just to take the Drake, right? Like, even though Viego's still alive, we have enough numbers to zone him off the Drake. And I know that I have enough damage to do the Drake. So what do? I Q the Drake, I start pumping it. And with my blue trinket, I ward the Tri-Bush. Now all the entrances are covered. And if Yone wants to take this, if Viego wants to take this, he has to go through Malphite and Ahri, right? So we get the Drake. I immediately E over and push the lane bottom. I want to get this lane pushed in. I'm not going to chase for kills. I don't think it's ever worth it. So enemies are throwing a little bit, which is nice. Now the play is Baron now. So I have to sprint all the way there, right? But I'm not going to sprint through river because it's dangerous, right? So instead, I'm just going to pick up some juice and go the long way. It's better. This play is much better here because if you go through river here, the enemies might just catch you, right? That Zed, Xerath waiting in the bush, especially if they have that stuff warded because Dragon's about to Dragon spawned and the enemy support might be warding for that, right? So we do manage to get we win the flip this time, and I don't know. I feel like this Jhin ultimate could have been blocked for me, right? Like maybe I shouldn't have been so close here, but like it's just the ELO, right? Like it's really frustrating. I even start typing A D D D A E F F F whatever, right? Like I'm fucking pissed, right? Click bullet trying to move, sad face. Like you can see me, like I press enter, like I want to flame, all good, mate. That's it. Chef's kiss, right? And then at this point, I'm like, I gotta see these fucking ranks, man. Like I'm so pissed at the Senna, right? I'm like, this guy's fuck this guy, right? I look, brother Jeffrey, 50%, 1,500 games, platinum 3. Fine, it's fine, whatever. Yeah. So I looked at my recommended items. It said Frozen Heart. I'm like, you know what, man? They have fucking 4 ADs. I'm gonna just get it, man. Fuck who cares, right? Ultimate middle, come back. So this is like another macro play here. This is like the most important macro play of probably the whole game. And pause right here. Yone is a champion that left alone. He can push this all in like 3 waves. Maybe 4, maybe 4. 5, yeah, whatever. So what's that? 30, 60, so like in a minute 20. In 1 minute 20, this whole top side's gone. Now if I run all the way up middle and we get nothing done, Malphite will not back to defend and we will lose top inhib. That's just how it is. That's how it's gonna be. I already know what's gonna happen, right? I know this player is not gonna help assist top side, right? So instead of going middle, I go to defend because I know Malphite will not go. I already know, and I feel like I could defend this by myself if I play it right. So I'm gonna E over the wall. I'm gonna Q the wave and then farm from a distance. I know that he's gonna all in me. Easy, just like that, right? You're not gonna be overextended to put damage on Yone because that's not the objective here. The objective here is not to put damage on Yone. The objective here is to occupy his time and make sure he doesn't take this turret. That's exactly what I do. So Malphite, now he comes to defend and then he teleports middle. So like I said, Malphite will not be defending this turret. I already know that. I already knew this from the get-go. That's why I came to this lane, right? It's because as soon as I go middle, Malphite will TP middle, Yone will take the inhib. I already know this. This is macro play, right? It's like just... And then teammates clean up because they're fairly ahead. They finally work together with the Malphite and the Ahri. And that's it. Even though I'm not 10-0, even though I lost lane, these macro decisions ultimately helped us win the game. Because what happened with Yone is that he spent so much time with me that he TP'd late. Boom, he TP'd now after 3 allies are dead. He TPs and goes for the solo kill on Kindred. Will that ever work? Come on. You got TP beforehand, right? And just like that, the game ends. Hopefully, some of these tips help with macro decisions. And good luck on the rift.